Yeah, I've never been really to that part of the world.
It's very cool. It is beautiful. You should go to upstate South Carolina, western North Carolina.
Okay.
That's where all the mountains are. It's
Nice.
Or you go to Charleston, which is coastline and super old city. So.
Okay. Well, we're on air. I'm over here getting tips about the Carolinas. This is Noah Guthrie.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
I usually start these interviews off talking about the venue and the history of the artist, and this is the first time you've been here.
Yeah. I'm. I love it. I think it's the perfect vibe for me. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Sorry about the storm. It
That's
happens.
okay. It happens. It was also, it's my first time in Houston, or first time playing in Houston.
Oh, so this is your first time in Houston, period?
Yeah, well, I think, I've been in and out before, but never having a headlining show or anything.
Okay.
So this is my first ticketed thing in Houston.
Well, we'll do it again.
Yeah, I
We'll
would
build.
love to. I would
We'll
love
build.
to.
We'll keep
Absolutely. You got to
building.
start somewhere.
Well, I'm going to start these questions. Are you ready?
Yeah,
These
let's try
hard-hitting
it.
questions.
Let's try.
All right. What is the first record you purchased with your
With my money.
own money or stole or whatever?
So I think the first record I purchased, and I'm going to go off of vinyl because I did purchase vinyl. So I think the first vinyl I purchased was Ray LaMontagne and the Pariah Dogs.
Okay.
Which I guess would have been 2010, something like that. And it was God Willin' and the Creek Don't Rise, which was still one of my favorite records to this day, for sure. I cut my teeth on that one.
Raymond, he's the one that did Trouble, right?
Yes.
So my friend who was at the earlier show said he just went and saw him and he didn't do that song.
Yeah.
Like everybody was super upset.
Yeah, I think he's a bit of an odd guy. From what I've heard, I've always wanted to meet him and stuff. So I guess
Maybe
Ray,
not.
if for some reason you see this, I do want to meet you. But I have heard that you're an odd guy.
So do you still collect vinyl? Do you remember the last record you bought? I asked people what the last record they bought is.
Yeah, I mean it's been a long time because truthfully my my preamp for my vinyl setup caught on fire. And I have not
good to
fixed
know.
it. Yeah, I got very demoralized by that.
Well, you can
And-
buy another one.
I
They
could
sell them.
I could, but that takes work. But no, I haven't bought one in a while. I will give a quick shout out to my buddy who's in the Netherlands. Great artist. He goes by Roofman, and that was the last vinyl I got.
Okay.
It's because he gave it to me, and it's really, really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what was the first T-shirt band merch? You didn't have to buy it at a show. Just the first thing you ever had.
It was
Can you remember?
probably. It was probably a T-shirt from either a Mark Broussard concert or like a DC Talk concert. Do you remember DC
yeah.
Talk?
Christian.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I think that was one of my first concerts.
It's
so-
funny because a lot of people I interview, because I do this same questions with
Yeah.
all the artists. A lot of people started out in that.
Yeah,
DC
because it's
Talk.
where. Well, I mean, that's where I started playing music
Right.
and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, so it was either DC Talk or probably Mark Broussard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the first artist you put on a pedestal? Like posters on the wall.
I mean, I've always been, I was very into classic rock and stuff growing up. So, I mean, Led Zeppelin was obviously a huge influence and stuff like that, Pink Floyd, all of those people. But also, I mean, Ray LaMontagne would fall into that. I think I started writing songs when I started listening to Ray and people like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
More singer-songwriter type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on a deserted island.
Okay.
You're taking 3 records.
Yeah.
Can't be greatest hits. Can't be live.
Okay. Well, I mean, one is going to be Dark Side of the Moon, for
Oh.
sure. One is going to be... I think I would probably take... This is kind of obscure, but there's...
Sure Island.
Well, there's this one record that John Legend and the Roots did together.
Oh, wow.
That is just all like classic soul songs.
Okay.
A lot of Marvin Gaye and stuff like that. And it's called Wake Up. I once said that in a Desert Island list a long time ago with some friends of mine, and I'll stick by that. It's really good. And probably, just because I can't think of anything else on the spot, I'm going to say probably In Rainbows by Radiohead. Something like that. Yeah.
Nice. I could kind of hang on.
I could
kind of hang out near Island.
I could interchange those with so many different things.
I know it's
probably
kind of
like
hard
Southeastern by Jason Isbell would be really great. But it would be a sad, sad island. It would just be so sad.
I have artists like I'll say this and they'll go home. I said you're gonna be thinking about this on the drive to Austin.
Oh yeah,
and they come back because I've changed all my.
As soon as I get in the car after this, I'm gonna be like, I hate all of those answers.
Those are all great
promise
records.
you that.
They're all. I'm interested in the Roots.
Yeah, it's a great. I think it's the best thing John Legend has ever done. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm always kind of fascinated why people go to the, people listen to folk, their passions in music, and I mean at an early age I remember music like Johnny Cash and all the stuff my dad used to do. But the first time I heard Hot Blooded from Foreigner, it was like the heaviest.
Oh, Foreigner would be a great one.
Oh
man.
Like I'm a big metal person, and
Yeah.
I grew up in a small town. It was the heaviest thing I ever heard, and it was like that was my gateway to like Van Halen to the terrible
Foreigner
stuff I
is the
listen to now.
heaviest thing you ever
At
heard.
the time, I was 6.
Yeah, no,
and
I
you
get
just
it.
didn't-
I
and then I heard
loved
Kiss, and then I heard
Foreigner.
Van Halen.
I
do
loved
too.
Foreigner.
I do too.
It was cold as ice. Oh man, yeah.
But
I
was
could
there a
listen to it.
song that like you always conscious of music, and then was there a song that kind of like this is the direction I'm going? This is what my passion would be.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be one, but I just kind of always kind of
Well,
interested.
now there
in it.
has to be. You asked the question. I have to.
Some people can rattle it off, and some people have
Now
to
I'm
think about
literally just thinking about Foreigner songs. It's all that's in my head. Let's see. I would say. That's a really hard question.
I told you they'd be simple.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna go with "Cold as Ice" by Foreigner because that's literally the only tune that I can hear in my head right now.
I'm kind of testing that question.
But at
now,
the
and
same
you're
time,
pretty much one of the first people
I
lost.
have vivid memories of being in the passenger seat of my mom's like Chrysler van, screaming "Cold as Ice" at the top of my lungs. It's a fair answer, I think. You just
we
completely.
can't both have Foreigner.
No, yeah, we can.
Okay.
Hell yeah, we can.
Foreigner, they just got in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so we're good.
Of course
right?
we can.
So,
Then
cool.
absolutely.
So do you have a guilty pleasure as far as music goes?
Oh man,
Like
yeah.
mine's Olivia Rodrigo, and I feel
Mine
like I
is-
shouldn't like Chapel Roan, but
Mine is probably Chapel Roan. I was gonna say it's probably literally anything she does because every time I listen to it, I'm like, this is the best bop I've ever heard. Sometimes I'll play "Good Luck, Babe" in my set. And I just like see every like girl
would've
in
freaked
the
out,
room
dude.
is just kind of just like, he gets me.
That's what I'd have been doing in the back filming you. Like I don't even want to say Pink Pony because you know that's what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
and now
no,
it's stuck
I would.
in your head.
Oh my god, it's incredible. Yeah, no, I
Casual?
think she's just like I think she's tearing it up, man. So yeah, I would say guilty pleasure for sure. Chapel Roan.
Oh, okay. So what are we Netflixing? What shows are we watching?
I mean, right now I'm watching The Last of Us because I played all the games.
I
And
did
stuff.
too, so I haven't watched it.
And
Did you do The White Lotus?
I do like White Lotus, but I haven't caught up on the 3rd season yet. Severance, I think, is probably one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, everybody tells me that.
In the last like 5 years, I would say it's pretty amazing. So yeah, I would say Severance, Last of Us.
Okay. So this last part is I'm going to give you 2 bands.
Okay.
You're going to give me your preference. Just because you like one does not mean you dislike the other one.
Thank you for letting me off the hook. I appreciate that. Thank you.
The first one is the Universal Beatles or Stones.
Oh, Beatles. Oh my God, Beatles every time.
Dolly or Aretha?
Oh, I think I'm gonna go Dolly. That hurts though.
There are no wrong answers. It's tough. Elvis or Sinatra?
I guess Sinatra.
That one has been probably the most lopsided.
Really?
Everybody picks Sinatra. I thought it'd be closer.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm kind of thinking of it as what could I listen to over and over and over, and I feel like I couldn't listen to Elvis over and over and over. But I could maybe listen to Sinatra over and over. There's this one restaurant in my hometown that only plays Sinatra constantly. It is like a fever dream
is it
when
Italian
you go
food?
in there. No, it's like what do they call it? Like New American food or whatever. And it's good. It's really great food, but they only play Sinatra and they blare it on the sidewalk too. So anyway, that was just my random thought that I had. Continue.
Willie or Johnny?
Oh man, I've opened for Willie, so I'm going to say Willie. I like both of them, but honestly, he's the best. He's great.
Michael Jackson or Prince? Ooh. Take out anything that may or may not have happened.
Yeah, there's a lot to caveat there, but
Both of them really.
Prince. Probably Prince.
I mean, both of them really. I mean, it's not like Prince was
no,
insane.
that's just what I'm saying. It's kind of a both sides kind of deal.
Lady Gaga or Madonna?
Gaga.
Metallica or Sabbath?
Sabbath.
Beyonce or Taylor Swift? Remember, you're in Houston. Do you want the Beehive after you, or you want the Swifties?
No, I think I would go Beyonce, I think.
Okay. So I got one more for you, and everybody gets mad at me about this one. John Prine or Bob Dylan?
Oh, John Prine.
Everybody says Prine. Everybody says that's hard, and they go Prine.
Well, it is hard. I mean, obviously Bob Dylan is like one of the best to ever do it, but John Prine, I seriously, I was just playing a John Prine song in the hotel room before I came here because he's, and I prefer to listen to John Prine songs with John Prine singing them. I don't think everybody does. I feel like a lot of people want to hear like the biggest covers of John Prine songs, but I want to hear John Prine sing them because I just think there's so much emotion in his voice and just like, I don't know, it's something about that like feeling that your granddad is singing to you in a good way. Like I don't mean it as a cheesy thing. It's just like.
But he's one of the artists. Like if you hear,
I think
John Prine,
honestly,
you know
if we were
it's
going to
John
go
Prine.
back to the Desert Island thing, I would take a John Prine record because
Okay.
I could literally listen to him.
Which one are you getting rid of?
What did I say? I said Pink Floyd. I said
Rainbows.
yeah.
John Legend and the Roots.
Probably John Legend and the Roots if I had to. But yeah, I would totally take a Prine record. And yes, I would choose John Prine over Bob Dylan, I think.
All right. Well, that's all I got for you. Thank you, sir.
Sick. Thank you.
Noah Guthrie.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.